Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Mi? Oh, nem áll. Haló, nem. Ó, bakker.
Indians?
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Yeah. Nincs semmi más. Hogy erre mi van? Na jó, ugye biztos arra kell menni. Vagy arra is van valami. Igazából semmi.
Bounty hunter! Stop that, son man! So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. Or Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Elkapott.
What's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Most van még gomba, hogy kell izét dobni? Oké, megvan. Hát pedig... Szerintem az a golyó elkaphatott volna igazán. Közben akartam nézni már egy pillanatot. Halatúróból lő. Hagyjatok már békén, hát oké. Hát nem látok senkit. Hol megyek? Na hajoljál le. Nem tudok itt átmenni ezen a szaron.
Face me, you coward! Now you're in trouble.
Halló! Hát eltaláltam.
You gonna need a cannon.
Jussak keresztül a mocsáron.
You come out and I will.
Hát mit csinálok már egy ideje?
See, how's it coming? I'm ending you.
A túróba. Belolvadt a budi ajtóval itt a környezetbe. Hát alig vettem észre. De legalább van itt egy kis lőszer. Nem mondanám, hogy kell, de van. Megint lő valaki. Az anyát, úristen, eltaláltak. Már megint, de ki? Hát be vagyok bugolva. Fedezék mögött. Na szóval, szintet vittem megint. No! Hoppá!
I'm into you.
You called down the thunder.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Az gond. De hol vannak azok az emberek, akikkel indultam?
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Majdnem a robbanó hordó mögé bújtam el. Wow, de jó, hogy ezt fejlesztettem? Ó, nem látok senkit. Mert ez nem azt jelenti, hogy nem is, és hogy nincs itt senki. Vagy nyugati gőzhajók.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
De jó. Valahogy itt volt valami, amit kiírt. Talán volt fent lenne. És ebből még én is kaptam.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
You can't hide from me.
Kapni géppuska.
That's right. Run!
Nem lőttem le. Vagy igen?
You bastard!
Hogy kap be? Hát pont lőni akartam. Én is. Én is.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. Turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Komoly segítséget kaptunk.
The Daltons had played me
Not so
like a
tough after
fiddle.
all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Ennyi.
About to come at me one at a time. They were in this together.
Hát nem sok esélyük
side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Ó, jó, ez tuti bukó, már most látom. De hogy mindkettőt kell. Jól van, örülök neki, hogy a másik egyértelmű, hogy rögtön a másik fog lőni. Legalább ezek egyiket lelőttem. Egy csomó tényleg itt is el lehet mozogni. Jó, bakker. Elfelejtettem, de most, hogy aha, volt, most eszembe jutott. Ne menj már el annyira az.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Hát igen.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Oh. Rovat banda után fogunk menni, gondolom.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy,
Már
There
ő
were a loose
mesél, persze, hogy
association of
maradt
outlaws
élet.
who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer.
Várjál egy pillanatot. Ez is kellene fejleszgetni. Egyébként, mert ja. Bajok lesznek a párbajok közben. Bár nem tudom, hogy ez párbajra rakom ezeket a fejlesztéseket. Már mondjuk... Mindegy, a fele tudja, nem
I
számít.
figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Na, jöjjön a vadbanda! Van 30 golyóm. Majdnem, 37. De valamit hallok.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop.
Erről a
Well, I assumed
hittetejét.
the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above, so I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Majdnem leszakadt. Oké. Hát igen, megállították a vonatot, azt tuti. Kösz, ez mi?
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that ridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
Nem bántam volna, ha...
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
De kár, hogy ezt nem tudtam berúgni.
Die, you bastard!
Kész, legyőztem mindenkit. Kiírtam mindenkit.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
You're really pissing me off! You can't hide from me!
I'm gonna shoot you dead!
Hell's a coming. Gonna have to do better than
Bakker, ezt muszáj fejbe lőni, mert
Times it was like shooting
Get a
ducks in a
jumbo
shooting
boy.
gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
One sorry son of a bitch!
hát ezt kapták. Hát akkor megbosszultam.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
I
hand.
mean, like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about. Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Lovakkal megmászták a... Ó, mennyien vannak. Lovasság víjes a vadon. Megmászták lovakkal a hegyen.
From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that? God damn you! He's mine! Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody!
you calm down the thunder.
He'll kill us all!
You must like pissing me off.
Olyan durva ez a sörétes lövész, bakker. Egyszer eltalál, elve nem látok már a papírban semmit. Még el kell találnom egy párszor, és jó nagyon sebez. Nem bántam volna, ha... Eltalálom elsőre. Hol volt itt a valami? Valami itt volt. Igen, hol az aranyrög vagy mi? Bent lenne valahol? Ahogy van. Aha.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
Abban a pillanatban, hol vagytok? Hoppá, honnan lő, nem látom a baj. De nem baj, szétlőtt mindenki. Bakker! Hülye falevelek termet át. Ugye meg már feltalálnak. Ez a gáz. A dolog. De hányszor van előbb? Na, de előbb többet.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
No, de most miért csökken a sebesség? Elszívassál már. Hát ez már bukó. Bakker! Hát ez nem ért össze. Nem tudok elhajolni, tehát egyszerűen nem tudom. Nyomom az oldalt, mondjuk jó, mondjuk jobb oldalra hajoltam el megint, de... Lehet, hogy csak balra kellene folyamatosan. Könyörgöm, hát elhajoltam balra, itt mentem mellettem a golyó. Hát Istenem. Hamarabb is lőttem. Nagyon rohadjon meg.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Na igen.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Megoldás 59.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Oké. Hol van itt kunyhó?
That kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at?
Akkor az Európanós fordulóval.
Well, he's crazier than a cat in a room full of rats.
Jó van. Ide a puskát.
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Hát én is akartam figyelmeztetni, azt hiszem az fordul. Ahol lehet szaronnál sütni. Nem! Ó, ezek a szemet, tényleg nekem is ezt kellett volna dobni rögtön. Elfelejtettem, hogy van. Tudom eltalálni.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Először adjatok nekem lőszert.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Nem tudom hatástalanítani? Ja, de...
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch.
Pillanat, hát van nekem itt 2 darab. Jó. Jó. Meg. Jó.
It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. And I made it a point to remove any dynamite that I came across. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Ki beszél?
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off.
De bakker. Köszönöm, hogy nyom az eltét gyorsokat erre. Jó van.
It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Yes, there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
You ain't beat me, boy! Did that asshole just kill Red?
Már elbújt.
Really pissed this son of a bitch off.
Úgy kapja be. Haj már meg! Hát nem hiszem el. Ez páncélozott
I had to
úristen.
remove more of that damn dynamite.
De durvák. Ez páncélozott.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Killing me.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
I'm gonna blow your damn head off.
So I proceeded onward. I realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward. Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long, burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it.
Na várj, egy aranyrög valahol a közelben. Ott van fent. Az anyád úristen.
Fixing it in time would have been unfortunate.
Mindjárt megyek. Uganom. Nem engedj felugrani. Bakker is. Na jó van. Uganom.
The burning fuse was so damn quick.
Nagyon
I
megyek.
had to run like
Nem
the
tudom
wind.
hova, de valahova
I
megyek.
almost had it, but no.
Ott van.
Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Szóval hogy megy? Hopp! Lehet nem erre.
I had to tread carefully. Otherwise I could, well, die.
Hát leestem. Hogy kapja be. De most hogy megyek vissza felvenni azokat? Na? Sehogy már is itt volt a checkpoint bakker. Úgy a kának szaladtam utána. Jó, örülök neki.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion.
De most várjál. Hát vissza kell mennem. Azt sem tudom, merre szaladgáltam egyébként. De gondolom olyan... Ugorjál már fel, hát nem hiszem el. Oké. Megvan. Nézzük meg nyugati most vonalat. És valami felvillant egyébként, hogy az az volt. Itt átugrottam, lehet akkor itt ezt jelezte.
But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
that SOB. Make him bleed. Send him to perdition.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazier than Kid Curry, asked me.
De hát ettől a bokortól nem látok semmit, bakker. Nem már dinamitot dobálnak, hát nem hiszem el. Mint bebújtam a kaktuszok közé, ezt nem meséli el? Megszúrták a fenekét egy párszor. Van még valaki? Jó lesz most a puska. Okay.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Milyen Gatling gun? Na hát, az nagyon jó, az kell nekem. Kid Curry, kapja be. Plusz őket növeget dinamitok használatával. Jó. Jó, még itt valaki?
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Közelebb kéne menni. Az anyád, úristeni, hogy rögtön le akartok lőni. Az anyád.
That's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Köcsög. Úgy baltával kezében. Nem áll, pont innen akartál. Nyugalom, hát várja, van idő. De ez tudni sikerülni fog. Én érzem, hogy most de az se növekszik. Jó, hát igen. Mint a villám, úgy meg fogunk halni. Kész, vége volt. Jól van. De most. Hát ezt lehet, hogy...
I was just a bit
Most
faster.
lőttem meg, ahol nem kellett volna.
And as he
Szép
lay
volt,
wounded, I
köszönöm
demanded
szépen.
to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me.
Nem
Is that what
fejlődött.
this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Jaj, nem. Hát nem hagynak inni.
Those were his last words.
Talán én is elhajoltam. Azt hittem vége, és erre még utánam lő. Lehet bakker.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Vonatokat rabolnak Jesse James a gyilkos testvérek egyike. Oké.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train.
Hát
Bullets were flying
majdnem
at me from every
eltaláltam.
which way.
No,
I knew I'd
de...
have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Oké, viszont innen fogjuk folytatni. Ezeket miért tudok visszafelé menni? Mi van itt? Le akarok szállni, engedjenek? Úgy van, úgy, jó. Nagyon durva. De jó a range nekem, köszönöm szépen. Na, minden esetre. Jó, ne kell itt mentenem? Le van mentve, ugye? Jó. Nos, hát akkor itt nem fogjuk kezdeni, vagy folytatni majd legközelebb Jesse James üldözésével. Ugye, köszönöm szépen, hogy itt voltatok és néztétek, nem ahogy tetszett nektek ez a rész. Fogom folytatni a jövő hétvégén valószínűleg. Délután kicsit néózok, délután 3-tól, úgyhogy ha tetszik nektek, akkor gyertek és nézzétek, és addig is további szép napot kívánok nektek. Találkozunk legközelebb, szevasztok!